Hi, I'm Joe. Welcome back. This is the Ultimate Love Letter. Thank you for joining the conversation. I have been in the middle of a 6-day fast, and this is day 5. And last night, I just received inspiration to talk about the power of fasting. So, sorry, Mom, but we're going to get into it. My mother messaged me last week and she sent me a YouTube clip of a church where the pastor was speaking powerfully and profoundly. And his message was going into the new year and doing what he calls no sissy fast, quote unquote, but a real water fast, strictly water for 6 days. And he was encouraging the entire congregation and anyone who was listening on YouTube to join them in fast to be able to hear God speak clearly. And when my mom told me about the fast and she said I was moved to tears, she said, "Joe, I'm going to do it." She says, "I've never fasted." She said, "But I'm going to try," quote unquote. There's that word try. You either do or you don't. But she said, "I'm going to try to stick to it and I'm going to do it." And I really want to hear God answer some things for me. And when I heard that, I thought it resonated with me because I had been reading some things talking about Jesus's 40-day fast when he went into the desert and how he was tempted by Satan. And I just felt intuitively that I was being called to fast. So days later, when my mom brought it up, I just thought, okay, that's for me. I need to go into fast. And it was actually right on time. So not only is it a new year, not only is life changing big time again for me, life is always changing, right? But I needed clarity. And also, I need a miracle year. So I thought, what better thing to do but to do a 6-day fast? And, I've done, a 5-day fast was my longest stretch, but that was like having coffee and teas and all those other broths and stuff like that. But to do a strict water day fast for 6 days, I accepted that challenge. And I said, this I will see out because I need some things from God. And as I got on my knees to dedicate day 1 and to set the intentions on what the fast was meant to bring about, what I intended it to bring about, I told God a few things. I said, God, I need your clarity. I need to know what my next move is. I am contemplating a temporary move abroad. For one, I need to know, can I go? I need to know about certain relationships in my life. Do I leave them? Do I stay through the healing of them? I need a miracle year. I need a restoration in all areas, mind, body, soul. I need healing. And so as I got on my knees to set that intention, clarity, miracle year, show me my next step, I blessed it to God. I released it, and it's so interesting. It seems like that night I went to bed, and I spoke about this in our last combo, but that was a night where the winds in LA just went crazy through LA County. It was a beautiful wind. It was a mighty wind. It was a forceful wind. I can hear my wind chimes just going crazy on the patio, and everything was flapping, and I could just sense that God was doing a thing. Now, as I said in our last combo, when I woke up, I learned about the devastation that was beginning with the fires in the Pacific Palisades. And I thought, okay, God, you're up to something, right? We talked about that in our last combo about Mother Earth and preserving her. And if not, she will certainly unleash her raft in order to balance things. I'm not going to get into that in this combo. But he was up to something mighty. And when you have a close walk with God, when calamities hit, you will have a deeper sensation of what's really going on. And I can't even explain it. It's like because God says this, my thoughts will become your thoughts when you're walking close with me. That is absolutely true. I can't explain it all, but when the fires broke out, and this is my city, I love my city. I love the communities that have been forced to evacuate, that have been destroyed. But God infused me with his thoughts, and his thoughts was, I am doing a new thing. So you got to trust that. And it's so interesting because here I am in a day 1 fast, right? And so as I went through the days and I saw the fires rip through Altadena, Pacific Palisades, other communities around LA County and the San Fernando Valley, then I felt just intuitively, go home and pack a bag. And now I talked about this again in our last combo. I got home around 2 p.m. and I packed 3 bags of my just must-haves. And within 2 hours of that, of course, I got messages from friends saying, Joe, are you home? Runyon Canyon's on fire. You need to get out now. And I'm sitting here, in my apartment, unknowing to what's going on around me so closely. I look out on the patio and I see flames like in my backyard, like 3 doors down is what it looked like. And then I got the official alert to evacuate. And so grabbed my 3 bags. Thank you, God, that I had them packed 2 hours before. That's discernment. That's the fast. And I rushed out the door. As I left, when I got to my parents' home, I didn't sleep that night. I was watching the alerts on the fire. Is it coming close to my space? Is it coming close to my friends' homes? What's happening in the Hollywood area? And I just was reminded of the intention I set with, I need a miracle year. And so it was a deep, soothing, deep within. I know that was God. And he was essentially saying, trust the fast. Trust the intention you put out. And it's true. Within a few hours, I could see there was still fire, but it was dissipating. They were controlling it. And at some point, I finally said, I got to give it to God. I can't be up all night watching this. It's in God's hands. And I finally got, an hour or 2 sleep. And when I woke up to a blog that said they were interviewing a firefighter. And he said, regarding the Hollywood fires, it is a miracle that not a single structure burned in Hollywood. And when I heard miracle, I thought, my God, the beginning of a miracle year. The beginning of a miracle year. My mom, who challenged me to do this fast with her, sorry, Mom, but she gave up immediately. She gave up day 1, within hours. She just, I can't do this. And I was attempting to reassure her. I'm like, Mom, perhaps if you look back in your life, perhaps you have given up on yourself one too many times. Perhaps this is the one thing that you actually complete, that you see through, so you can see how powerful you are. And even though she, she'd made some changes to her diet, okay, I'll just do just veggies, just water, just fruits. Okay, that's some sort of fast. But even that went out the window, within an hours. And so as I was continuing on my fast, and, she was trying to get me to break mine. I don't want to say it, but misery loves company. But as she was, there's cucumbers in the kitchen, go and have some. I just literally looked at her and I said, I'm not touching it. I'm taking my water and I'm going to bed. What you are witnessing is a mastermind. And so that's the thing. When we set out to do something, when you set the intention, especially before God, and you say, I'm going to do this thing for you because I need to hear this, I need clarity on this, or I need this, then where is your integrity? Yes, the mind will continue to come in and say, oh, you're hungry. Oh, you want chocolate. Oh, you want to drink that coffee. Oh, you want to. Shut the hell up. Who's in control? Us or our mind? Because yes, my mind was saying those things, but really, honestly, not so much. And this is a testament to all the work that I have done throughout the years. I am mastering my mind. My mind has become quieted because of the consistent work that I'm doing. Like, I'm not falling for what the ego is saying. I'm not falling for the drifting mindset of, oh, I'm hungry. I need something quick to just quench this satiation. I don't need that. No, I'm fine. I'm healthy. I'm fine. I'm content. I told God I'm going to fast, and we're fasting onward. And now that I am on day 5, I'm looking back through just the last few days. God has revealed so many things to me in every single area I have asked Him. Every area. I needed clarity on a certain relationship in my life. God has revealed things to me, made it crystal clear. And so now I know my next move forward clearly. When I asked for a miracle year during the devastation of the LA wildfires, God has preserved me and my family and my loved ones. Yes, we lost things and extended family has lost things, but I have to keep my eyes on what God is doing. Thank God we're safe. Material possessions will be replaced. I know it's hard. It's heartbreaking. It's devastating. I can't even imagine. But we got to look at the biggest picture. We're here and we're safe. That's what it looks like to keep your eyes on God. This fast has been the most profound game changer. I want to encourage you, if you need anything, if you're struggling with anything, dedicate a fast to whatever the struggle is, whatever the need is. Give it to God in intention, and then go forth firm, steadfast, with integrity, and don't listen to when that mind begins to flap and say, we're starving. No, you're not. You're good. We're good. We're doing this. Take a back seat and come along for the ride quietly. If we don't master our mind, we can never master our life. And I have joined several, throughout my lifetime, several friends, family in fast, and it's always a complaint. It is always people falling off for just really at the end of the day, it's just the mind. I know they use so many other reasons. Oh, my blood pressure. And oh, I went to the gym and I'm weak. And oh, I'm feeling, this pain in my body. And oh, that's just the mind screaming out. It's the mind lashing out. You are stronger than your mind. What do you want to achieve? What is the intention behind the fast? How bad do you want that thing that you intended on achieving? For me, a fast is one of the most powerful ways to get closer to God, to understand God's guidance forward, to understand His will, to understand everything about you. You are not weak. Or are you? You're not designed for a mental weakness. You're designed to overcome your mind, to overcome that ego. I was talking to my mom last night and I said, boy, it's so many days into my fast and God is speaking loudly since like literally the very first hour of the fast. And mom said, well, he's not speaking to me. He must be upset because, I couldn't continue with the fast. Well, that's not true either, right? God is always speaking to us. He's always guiding us. He's always loving us and he's always protecting us. But to the level of your intention can only be to the level of what you achieve. How powerful is your word? Mom said after she challenged me to the 6-day fast, she came back the next day and said, I think we should make it 3. And I said, no. I told God minutes ago, it's 6 and it's going to be 6 days. Where is your integrity in the words that you're speaking? Or are you going to be bullied and whipped around and tossed around by the mind and what the mind is telling you? Other things I've been experiencing in my fast is just excitement for the future. As I said, I'm going through some challenging times, but because of the fast, I can see a path clearly because I actually intended to because of the fast. That was one of the things I intended. I need clarity. I need to see the path forward. And God revealed that to me. He's revealing it to me every night, actually, in dreams. And just in my spirit, I can just sense a level of excitement. Yes, I have to leave things behind and everything cannot go where I'm going. And that's sad. But I am freaking excited about where I'm headed. And where I'm headed alone. But I know I'm never alone because I'm with God. That was revealed to me during this fast. God has infused me with just strength and his spirit. And I just sense like even in the middle of this destruction, everything is going to be okay. Actually, everything's going to be better than okay. It was an interesting week for me to be fasting during an emergency situation. And it would have been easy to break the fast during this emergency event. Like, of course, you're uncomfortable, you're worried, you want to stuff your face with some comforting foods. But I just kept remembering the intention I set before God on my knees. And the things that I need for this year, I need a miracle year. I need clarity. And God damn if God has not done both immediately. I want to challenge you again. Fasting takes sacrifice, and God will see that sacrifice. So anything you are offering up during that sacrifice, while keeping your eyes on him, he will provide. Can you see it through? Will you see it through? How bad do you want that thing? Another interesting thing is I feel great. I actually don't feel hungry. It's so surreal. Yes, I would love to eat right now, but I don't feel like I'm starving. I feel like I'm healthy. I feel like I'm restoring some things. And there's another thing. One of the things I asked God during this fast is I need a restoration. Well, guess what? He is restoring me through this fast. I feel like all my inflammation has just dissolved. I have certainly lost weight. Thank goodness. I haven't weighed myself and I won't until after tomorrow because tomorrow's my last day fasting. But I just feel alive. I feel more youthful. I feel strong in my body, yes, but also in my spirit. Like my soul feels like a goddess. I feel like I have done something deeply profound and revering for God. And that is offering up my cravings, my gluttonous behavior, to just get closer to him and hear what he has for me in the next step, where I need to go in this year rather. Will you do it? Will you offer up a fast for clarity? Will you offer up a fast to hear God's voice? Will you offer up a fast to, perhaps you are unclear of your purpose and you need God to confirm some things? Offer up a fast. And you know what? It doesn't need to be 6 days. It could be a day. A day, you can celebrate a day. Most people will not get through one day. Offer up something to God. Set the intention with your words, with your mind, with your spirit. Set it before God. Intend what you want to achieve and then release it and go and do the work, which is essentially go forward in trust, in prayer. Keeping your eyes on what God will do, because day 5 and he has answered all my questions. Like, I'm done here. I got the blueprint. I know what I'm doing. I know where I'm going, and I know who I'm going with. And it was all because I set the intention before a fast. Thank you so much for joining us on this very special combo. I want to ask you to consider sharing this with someone who needs to hear it. Also, I want to ask you, if you haven't found us on YouTube, please consider locating us there and clicking that subscribe button. That subscribe button makes your show, our platform more recognizable. And I want to ask for your prayers for LA. And I know you're praying. I've been hearing your prayers. We were getting a lot of winds, and the first thing everyone was praying for is calmer winds, and the winds calmed all the way down. How about that for another miracle? So keep those prayers coming. Thank you so much in advance for all of them. Until next time, love yourself and love others. We'll chat again soon. Bye for now.